You're tuned into Crags Radio, and this is the Saturday Hours.
And we are back live right here on the Saturday Hours, just gone 10 o'clock, and loads more still to come. But we have got this week's guest on the line. Gez, can you hear me?
Yep, can hear you loud and clear.
Fantastic, that's a good start, because last time we did this, it wasn't. So how are you this morning, Gez? Are you feeling good?
Yeah, feeling good, a little bit tired. Stayed up a bit late last night watching the Wrexham game.
Oh, right, okay, well, we're going to talk about that in a minute, because we've got a few questions about Wrexham. Now, let's go straight into you then. So, Gez Lloyd, you're a soloist, but you're not just a soloist, are you?
No.
You're also in a band, a duo?
Yes, I'm in two bands, actually.
Wow, busy guy.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Now, you are from Wrexham, North Wales. You're currently there. You're there at the moment, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Now, let's go right back to the very beginning, how you got into music. So, you grew up with a range of musical influences. This is due to your family. Now, your dad introduced you to things like T-Rex. Your older brother introduced you to a wide range of musicians such as the Beatles, Stereophonics, Manic Street Preachers, Snow Patrol, Bob Dylan, all of that kind of stuff. So a really good range. Do you still listen to music like that, and do you try and get that into your music, the influences?
Yeah, definitely try and use a little bit of everybody, really. And obviously there's loads more to add on top of that list as well. You know, I've got quite a strange taste in music, really. I mean, I do like some classical music as well, and pop, and like a bit of rap as well, and proper rock, and because I love stuff like AC/DC and a bit of Hendrix and Led Zeppelin, and a little bit of everything. Just kind of if I like it type thing, rather than being held to a particular genre.
So I suppose if you're making like a Spotify playlist, it's quite eclectic.
Yeah, it can range from something like Sarah Brightman to, I don't know, Claude Debussy, and then it might be phonics or just anybody, to be honest. Yeah.
Now, so your family's influence,
it's all over the place.
Your family's influence continued when your parents brought you your first guitar at the age of 11, and you started guitar lessons in school, which is where you say the magic happened. I mean, what happened? What was the magic? When did the spark happen?
The guitar lessons there was only, I think, about 4 or 5 of us in them, and it just got to a point where rather than having us all play the guitar, they kind of just branched a couple off. So they put one onto drums, one onto bass. I think we had three guitarists.
Yeah.
So I think we had 3 rhythm guitarists and 1 lead, and then one of the other lads, just picked up as vocals, really, and then so they turned it more into like a little band project more than anything.
Yeah.
So it was good. So yeah, like little Oasis covers started, and a little bit of phonics here and there as well. And in school they used to run almost like a Stars in Their Eyes type event once a year. So playing at stuff like them, and yeah, it was great, to be honest. So yeah, that's what I class as a magic, but it wasn't really magic, was it?
So it wasn't long before you started performing in your first band, performing Oasis covers in local school discos. But then some years later, you met Adam Asprey, who became your best friend. You formed a covers band named Oceans Avenue, and also formed an acoustic duo and had a busy gigging schedule around North Wales and Yorkshire. I mean, what was that like? Being able to go around and gig,
to be honest. Just great getting out and about, to be honest. Because obviously we started with like the local places, because my friend's originally from the Shotton area. So we were practically gigging between Wrexham and Shotton, maybe, branching out a little bit further from there, just gradually. And then he now lives up in Harrogate. So that kind of opened up some extra little avenues for us, really. And wherever couldn't fit a full band was where we brought in the acoustic duo then.
Yeah.
So, we'd be up in Leeds or in York. We did quite a lot as well. And yeah, it was just a great experience, to be honest. And especially, obviously, this was years before COVID, and, pubs and clubs were absolutely booming.
Yeah.
And it'd just be, absolutely packed of an evening.
I mean,
and yeah, it was great.
Where's your favourite place to perform? That's really on the spot.
There used to be a place called the Potter's Wheel in Buckley, North Wales, and it would always be an amazing night in there, and there'd be maybe up to a couple of hundred people in there, and the place would be bouncing from the start until the end, until everybody got kicked out. It was amazing in there.
Now, you say that music is one of the biggest passions, and at the ripe age of 36, you believe that there's no better time to begin a new chapter of your life, writing, recording, releasing your own songs.
Yeah.
So when did you decide that, covers is enough, I'm going to start and write my own stuff and get my own stuff out there? When did you sort of come to that decision?
Like I've always tried writing music. Could never really do like great with lyrics, but could always come up with instrumentals, which was great when I used to do stuff with my friend from Harrogate. That seemed to balance out because he's really good with lyrics, and I could, be all right with a little bit of a guitar riff, to be honest. And then, big turning point last year. Obviously, mental health played quite a big factor last year, and just found a lot of comfort in writing music, to be honest. So just took a big start from there, really.
I love this saying of yours, where words fail and music speaks. So true, because you can speak volumes through music.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you find it easier to express how you're feeling through music rather than actually talking about it yourself?
Yeah, pretty much so. That was one thing that I always found like the most difficult thing to do, and then just. Yeah, since the middle of last year, I'm finding both parts that little bit easier now, to be honest.
Yeah.
But find it really helpful.
Yeah, absolutely, and I can imagine in some ways it's some form of therapy, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, because you can turn that bad situation or experience into, well, hopefully something that sounds quite nice.
Yeah, yeah. Now we can't not talk about Wrexham.
No, I definitely can't avoid that.
We cannot avoid. I mean, they are massive at the moment, and it's down to the new owners of the club.
Yeah, definitely.
And we did have a cheeky look on your profile, and you've got a photo with Ryan Reynolds.
It took me ages to stalk him down for that photo.
I mean, it must be. I've gotten into the documentary, I'll be honest, on Disney Plus, and in one way, I mean, I'm not a football supporter. I don't support teams. I will watch England play, for example, but that's about it. But actually, having watched the documentary, I feel the passion for the club, and I want to be a part of that. Now, I am not a Wrexham supporter. I want to be, but getting tickets for Wrexham games at the minute, it's non-existent. You can't do it, can you?
No, unless you're a season ticket holder or know somebody who's got one who can't go, then it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack.
And it's all down to the new owners that have boosted it, and then this documentary as well. I mean, people are going now that, like me, that aren't supporters, that want to go and be a part of the Wrexham story. And it's boomed incredibly, but it's made it incredibly hard to be a fan as well in respect. I mean, even like getting a shirt, they've sold out.
Yeah. I say you've got to be so quick getting the shirts, and I remember last season, I think I had to wait up until about Christmas time to actually be able to get the home shirt. Just if you went in the queue from probably a couple of hours before opening, by the time you get there, even the store's completely gone.
Yeah,
it's unreal. I've never known a time like it to struggle to get a Wrexham shirt.
I mean, the work that they've done on the stadium, I mean, how they've supported you guys, the fans, all of that. It's incredible to watch and hear, the stories and, the passion behind the club. And every club's got that passion.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's just been brought to life for you guys because of this, obviously, the like I said, the new owners and so on. What do you think's on the horizon for the club?
Hopefully another promotion. That'll be obviously top of the list, but just what like Rob and Ryan have done, and even just the buzz about town. You can go through town and pretty much guaranteed to see a handful of Wrexham shirts walking through town.
Yeah,
where and just everybody's talking about it, and yeah, it's just great. So even what they've done to just this point alone is just amazing, really, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, have you got a season ticket? Are you able to watch them?
Yeah, but me and my eldest daughter have got season tickets, and my dad's got one as well. So the three of us go together.
Oh, that's amazing!
Which is quite nice.
And I bet the atmosphere is incredible.
Oh, it's absolutely bouncing in there.
I mean, would you love to be able to perform at the Wrexham Stadium?
Oh, if they'd had me, it would be amazing.
I mean, you've had a photo with him. You only needed to ask him there. Look, Ryan. Let me have a gig here.
Yeah, if I can catch him for longer than about 30 seconds, then I'll try and ask him.
Alice wants to know, how did he smell?
No, that was you. John wants to know how he smells. Don't listen to him.
I mean, he's a good-looking fella, isn't he?
He is a good-looking guy, and yeah, Alice, he smelled fantastic.
I'm sure he did. I imagine him smelling fantastic.
Yeah, everything you imagine, plus loads more.
Now, you've had a busy year so far. You've released an EP titled No Light Without the Dark. This features 4 songs. Tell us about the EP, and has the EP got a story behind it?
Yeah, there's always a story to be told. Obviously, like Share Your Light was the first track that I released, and which is the first track on that, and that is pretty much a big reflection on what happened last year with my mental health more than anything. So that's a very personal song, but also, really, really close to how I was feeling and working through, and just, pretty much getting back on the right path, really. So that's always going to be a big song for me.
Yeah.
Whether other people enjoy it, I'm not sure, but that was a really, really big turning point. Life has just begun. It didn't initially start out, wasn't intended to be a duet with my wife, but just as I started writing it, it just seemed to take that natural progression where Sarah should get involved as well. And then, I'm pretty much just looking over, another reflection of us meeting, and we've got 2 girls together, and just life moving on in itself, really.
Yeah.
And just growing together as a family unit, and just everything that you want for your kids. Everybody wants the best for their children, don't they?
Of course they do. Of course.
And just if they need help, we're there, and just all in it together, aren't we?
Fantastic. It sounds incredible. Now, if anyone's listening, they want to have a listen to either any of your songs or find you on social media, where's the go-to places?
Facebook is probably the most regularly up-to-date platform to go to, and from there it's got links to Spotify, it's got links to Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, everywhere, really. You
have to be everywhere
keeps
now.
Me busy. Yeah.
It's a full-time job in itself, isn't it? Looking after all the social medias.
It's it does eat up a lot of time, but it's worth it though.
Yeah.
Definitely worth it.
You've got a new single out. It's called The Getaway. We're going to be playing this shortly. Is there a story behind this particular track?
Yeah, it's just that nice, really good feeling when you go abroad. You're in the sun, and just it's like all the problems from home, work, that they all just dissolve, really, don't they, in the sun?
Yeah.
So it's. Yeah, I think it was between the periods where we were going from glorious sunshine to it then absolutely hammering it down with rain, and just you're kind of going from that really good feeling out in the garden in the sun to being stuck in the house while it chucks it down.
Yeah,
and it was just that feeling of getting away, and just how much better just everything feels, really, isn't it, when the sun's out?
Oh, absolutely, it's glorious. It's the vitamin D I think it produces. It just makes you feel much better.
Yeah, definitely.
One last question before we play the song then. This week's face-off, we've chosen Best American Rock Bands. I've chosen Aerosmith, and Alice has chosen Foo Fighters. Who are you voting for?
I had a funny feeling you were going to ask me this, and I've been torn about it all morning. I do like the Foos, but I think it's going to have to be Aerosmith.
Yeah, we'll have that. Team John it is. Put the vote down.
You've not given me that
even
forward.
just walk this way alone is is awesome. But songs like Sweet Emotion.
Yeah,
they've got to take it. Sorry, Alice.
Oh, that's all right. I'll let you off, I suppose.
Well, Gez, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you this morning. I'll get you to introduce the song now, and we're going to play it right here on the show.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much. So, okay, this is my latest single, The Getaway. The sun is shining in Wrexham today. Hope it is everywhere else. So, yeah, hope you all enjoy. Thank you.
There you go. That was Gez Lloyd. That was The Getaway. What a great guest.
Yeah, really nice man.
See, now he's got a Wrexham season ticket. Fancy taking me along. It's the only way I'm going to be able to go.
You're pushing his daughter out.
Yeah, daughter's not very well that weekend. I just love to go and watch them. Like I said, I'm not a massive football fan, but I'm into the story of the Wrexham now. It's got me into it. But if they made a documentary about one down the road, I'd probably get into that as well.
Yeah, probably.
Just because, it's just because it's been on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to get straight from that into a little bit of this.
3 songs,